Now then, so today got a bit of Skellige, but been messing about with the list because I think personally overloading on rain at the moment is not a great idea. And there's a few reasons for this. So at the moment we basically have nothing but Xaviers and squirrels everywhere. The idea of running Ryogan and expecting him to sit in your graveyard and not be removed is it's ambitious to say the least. So instead, we're going much more consistent with druids and Geddy, and we still have the res stuff, but really we only really need like Melusine as a target and Covenant, and to an extent we can pull some of the bronzes. And really, what we're going for is a lot of threats that need removing, and a lot of them are quite small threats. So things like singers, um, spellblood priests, even like Drakars, to be fair, need removing. And of course, Messenger of the Sea can get very tall as well. And so the general idea here is short of a deck running a lot of small removal, which isn't super common. Um, we kind of end up developing a lot of threats, and because we're playing a card as big as Melusine in round one, and to win round one, and then we can just push for a 2-0. And the kind of reason that this works out really nicely is because we have uh, Kusha and Sigdriffers to bring it back in round two. It doesn't get doomed, so if it does get removed, we can try it again. And the key thing is because this can be our first play, it means that your opponent has no chance to squirrel it, to Xavier it, it just comes out straight away. And I've been getting a lot of 2-0s with this list because if you're lucky enough to hit Melusine early on, or your Rhaenyra, or your Royal Decree, get your Melusine up to, even something like 18 points or something, which isn't unreasonable. That's like 5 turns. You can go into round two, you can play Geddy, develop all these Druid engines, and a lot of the time it's enough. A lot of the time it's enough. And so like graveyard hit kind of cards can't stop you. And it's been working out really well. If it does go to round three, sometimes you're lucky enough the email scene doesn't get removed, and then you can use your what will it be, your third res, your second or your third res to bring back Melusine, and at that point it's up into the 30s worth of points, and there's not many decks that can deal with that. So it's been pretty fun. I've found a lot more success running this kind of thing, a lot more consistent with druids and alchemy and things like that, compared to just running Rage of the Sea and going all in on rain. So, just before I go into the games, I do have memberships available. If you click the join button below the video, give you all the information you need. It's only 99p, really helps out. If you don't want to take the monetary route, totally fine. You can instead, subscribe, comment, like the video, all that kind of stuff really helps me out. So we'll go into the games. Alright, Zeal, this is probably going to be majors, isn't it? We could have a bit of a problem if they develop quite effectively and we can't really stop it, but we can see how it goes. See how it goes. We don't want all these res cards this early, kind of doesn't do much for us. Okay, but this is fine. We can go Covenant, go Drakkar, and we can Nero for Mel. Sounds good. Sounds good. Inspired Zeal suggests it's probably like mages with like alumni and stuff. We also are gonna Prince nipping in and out of the games. Basically, what's this coming? Portal. Okay. I've just had like the absolute best sleep. I've slept for like 11 hours. He did get fed like early on this morning, but it's not like midday, and so he thinks, "Oh, I've got out of bed." Well, he always gets fed when I get out of bed. It's not happening, but he's going to be nipping in and out. He's going to be hopping up on the window.
Your wish, my
All right. So we can develop this. We'll probably go Drakkar and grab something like a Spellblood Priest, so we can get like the double procs on the Drakkar. Sounds like a plan.
Lady Margarita told us of this.
Alright, it's looking good. It's looking good.
Diplomacy is dignified work. My arse.
Alright, alright. So where are you? Svalbard. I think unfortunately we're going to kind of struggle to stop these because obviously this is up to 4 now. We just kind of got to accept, yeah, Prince is back. We got to kind of accept that alumni are going to be a little bit scary, but guess it is what it is. We could have actually put the rain on the range thrower. I think that might have been a bit of a mistake on my part. And I think now we actually do want to get some rain going. Push a bit further into this. We'll just see what they choose to do here. Right, so passing is just not a great idea here. Yeah, let's set up another Tricar. The reason I was talking about not going range through would have been slightly better is exactly this reason. Bloodthirst 2, boost by 2 instead.
These school loans.
Okay, well we can keep going.
Beautiful pair of legs.
As we have a lot of points coming from engines. A lot of points. We can Pella one of these, which sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Yeah, that's fine. It's also fine.
Lost spirit devoid of name, depart now our veil of pain.
And honestly, I'm going to lead her here. Just for that extra proc on the Havre. Yes, Prince, I know you're there. I know. That's not too bad at all, is it? 22-point Melusine. We can see Drifters straight away. Pull that straight back out. They've literally got one mage carrying over, which is really, really nice. Obviously, the alumni is a little spooky because it'll have 7 damage, but should be able to get there, I reckon. This sounds pretty much perfect, isn't it? The Drifters, Bride of the Sea, Praise Blessing, and an era for Kusha. Sounds like a plan. Just on the off chance they have something like a squirrel, let's just get that out straight away. We'll probably go Kusha straight away to get the Covenant back. I think it's probably the plan.
A gold chain. Will it suffice to end the old fool?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. Just thinking about setting up Geddy and things like that. But yeah, we're good. We're good. Idle on a bit more rain. Slight mistake here, I think, actually. Should have put Covenant on this side. We are going very, very all in here. We do have to bear in mind that we can't really see a round 3 here because we just don't have the points if we go into a round 3. So, yeah, something to keep in mind.
Statue, of course.
Yeah, we'll play Geddy on this row. Just thinking about, do we want to spread out the rows? But I think with how short the round is, we're really not going to run out of space.
I'll give them 2
Yeah.
days before they cower and retreat.
Alright, yeah, so it can kill Covenant straight away.
But we shall prevail.
Yeah, as I say, they're gonna get a bit scary, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's what it is. Not gonna take this out, I promise you that. So we can grab Havru.
What is your wish? Do you desire my lady of the seas?
And honestly, it is probably going to be Freya's rather than Sigdriffers. Well, who have access to Sigdriffers. Yeah, we'll grab it as Svalbard Priest.
What can I do?
Okay. Also okay. Alright, so they're obviously trying to stay ahead here, but that's kind of fine.
Lady of the seas.
And we can play Freya's Blessing,
My sacrifice.
Madram that, heal something,
Serve her who is
Um,
virgin, mother, and crone.
and let's play Svalbard Priest. Here, just in case they have a toll removal.
I value adventures only independence can provide.
Like I say, two machine this deck, absolute two machine. Alright, this is always like a matchup than you would think. Mainly because they don't really have a way to get through your Covenant. I mean, we could. There's Covenant. So we need an Era, Mel, or Road Decree here, or it's a little bit sad. I don't love throwing away the Sigdriffers. I think we've got enough small stuff that we can throw one of these away. Alright. So this is like one of the games where you just don't hit your Melusine, which is super sad, but it happens. It does happen. So what we'll do is we'll play out the Covenant,
Who's next?
because a lot of the time this will kind of make them think, oh shit, I need to take this away, and a lot of the time this just ends up getting, what's the word? Grabbed by Yenver, just out of fear. Or not. The one, honestly, the one game where it just doesn't happen. But what we'll do is we'll set up Svalbard Priest, we'll set up a Hermit, and then we'll do Havru Singer, and that's kind of a nice, like, infinite loop kind of thing. In that we'll put the Hermit here, and every turn the Svalbard Priest will damage the Hermit, so every turn the Hermit will damage the unit next to it to heal itself, which then makes the Singer proc, and so every turn it becomes like a 4-point a turn engine between like 3 cards.
And if I insert a needle here, what then?
Okay, so we can go Hermit now, and then we'll chuck the Singer on the melee road, chuck a Crystal Skull on it. Job is good and
I speak for the land to free, and the lady is content.
alright. I mean, we can get away with it because that time we heal it ourselves, and now we can play like Squirrel or something if we want to.
My duty? To stick my nose where it
Interrupting
belongs.
us, honestly. Honestly. I think we can just jam down Squirrel. I mean, obviously there's Coup that we want to deal with, but I don't care too much about that, to be honest. And obviously this is like one of the situations which is super sad. You don't actually hit the card you need.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
Honestly, we can pass here. We have engines ticking a lot faster than them. You know, because they're gaining what, like 2 points a turn, but we're gaining 4. We're basically gaining like 4 points a turn. Yes, Prince, I know you're there. Honestly, the neediest cat. Come here. Come here, baby boy. Say hello to everyone. Oh, and look at the size of him. Honestly, massive cat. Absolutely massive cat. It's like having my own baby, honestly. Oh yeah. I mean, I have no intention of having kids, so this is the closest thing I'll get to a son. Oh, and now we draw the cards we need. Alright, so let's chuck Messenger of the Sea. Mushy Truffle's okay. I can probably get rid of Giga Scorpion. Okay, that's good. That's good. You got something to say? Okay. Go.
Truth, if not an illusion.
Do I enjoy torture? Perhaps.
Always a good talk, isn't it? Always a good talk. Yeah, we'll grab the Covenant. Obviously not the best value for Raid, but we take it on a similar engine. It's not bad. We may end up swiping our Covenant here. Or not. That's my win con. You're not allowed to do it as well. Alright, ours will grow faster and we actually have means to pull it back out, so ours is looking a little better. So we can play the Havru as well. We'll probably like proc the Melusine, play Havru so we have a good heal target.
All it takes is a wee sacrifice.
They can pull ahead here. It's whether we want to keep pushing, try and keep card advantage. And I think so. The margin off our leader isn't super important. I'd much prefer to stay ahead here. We can Freya's Blessing, set up that same cycle with the Hermit, unless they swipe it here, which they don't. Good stuff, good stuff.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
Thing is, still have a lot of fuel left in the tank, to be honest. Yeah, he's a bit hyper at the moment. A little bit hyper.
Suffering ennobles, friend. You can count once I'm done with you.
Alright, let's chuck down L again. And we'll go Mushy Truffle. Bit less committal.
A pair of legs.
Oh,
Don't shear down on their armor.
They have our lines.
and let's just use this now. Obviously we don't get the proc off that, but I mean it's okay. Because we'll get out of the round with it. Cool. And now we obviously want to hit some of this stuff ideally. Waving about wildly. But just enough druids to proc Geddy and we'll be fine. And normally we'd be very happy about finding both of these, but not right now. I mean, that's kind of perfect, right? That is kind of perfect. Yeah. And then they realised what's going on there. We bring back Mel, we have Geddy, there's no way to beat us there. So yeah, does that count as a tour? I'm gonna call that a tour because technically we didn't see round three. So I'll be streaming at the moment. Actually, something I forgot to mention. I'm planning to stream once I've got the video rendered and uploaded and everything like that. So probably play some more of this because it's kind of ridiculous. Where we at now? 2457 is not bad considering what 16 games played, something like that. So good little deck, good little deck. I really enjoy it. As always, appreciate you watching. I'll catch you later.